A lot of things make buying a GM truck, van, or SUV an excellent idea. GM gives you more power, more reliability, and more options. One of those options is an Eaton G80 locking differential, instead of just the standard open differential. It puts more power where you need it the most. But don't take my word for it. Let me show you how an Eaton G80 locking differential keeps you moving. Whether you're on mud, ice, on top of a big clump of snow, on a slick hill, or even in mid-air balancing on boulders. Trust me, if you ever plan to drive on wet or icy surfaces, on hills or rough terrain, you'll be so glad you have an Eaton G80 locking differential under you.
The Eaton G80 automatic locking rear differential sends the power where you need it, when you need it. And it does that automatically. Unlike four-wheel drive systems that send power from one side of the rear axle to the same side of the front axle, the G80 sends power across the axle to the opposite side of the vehicle. As soon as a difference of 100 RPMs is detected, the G80 locks the axle, sending power to the opposite wheel. Now, we're going to show you how the G80 keeps you moving while other systems, like four-wheel drive and limited slip differentials, simply spin their wheels. First, the water trough. Here we'll pit the Dodge Dakota, Toyota Tacoma, and Ford Ranger, all four-wheel drive equipped, against a G80 equipped Chevy Colorado GMC Canyon, first with two-wheel drive, then four-wheel drive. The water trough simulates a slick or snow-covered surface on the drive wheel side of the vehicle, something you might encounter when pulling up next to a mailbox in winter. As you watch this demonstration, be sure to notice the time-lapse indicator in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. First, the four-wheel drive Dodge. Now, the four-wheel drive Ford Ranger. And next, the four-wheel drive Toyota Tacoma. Now, the Colorado Canyon, first with two-wheel drive, now with four-wheel drive. As the power differential reaches 100 RPM, the G80 locks the axle, and torque is also sent to the opposite wheel. That's the power of the G80. As you can see, the G80 makes all the difference. Next, you see the 20% grade test. The rollers are there to simulate a slick surface on a hill. Again, we'll show you the three competitors with their four-wheel drive engaged, then the Colorado Canyon in both two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive Dodge Dakota. Next, the four-wheel drive Ranger. And finally, the four-wheel drive Tacoma. Now, watch the two-wheel drive Colorado Canyon. And finally, the Colorado Canyon with four-wheel drive engaged. Again, it's no competition. Okay, our last demonstration is the twist ditch. Here we simulate a rugged off-road situation. Someplace four-wheel drive should excel, right? Well, take a look. First, the Ford Ranger with its four-wheel drive engaged. Notice, even with three wheels on the ground, there isn't enough traction to get the truck moving at a reasonable rate. Now, the Dodge Dakota four-wheel drive. Same thing. And here's the Toyota Tacoma, getting nowhere fast. Now the Colorado Canyon with the G80. Now the four-wheel drive Colorado Canyon with the G80. Notice how the locking differential automatically senses wheel slippage and locks the axle, sending power to both wheels for immediate traction. Now, we should mention that the Toyota Tacoma does offer an electronic rear locking differential, but it can only be engaged in low gear. It must be turned off and on manually, and the vehicle has to be stopped to engage it. And it can't be used over 5 miles per hour. It should be obvious, the G80 is the way to go. It offers near four-wheel drive performance from a two-wheel drive and substantially increases the capabilities of four-wheel drive.